Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a first impressions review on these products from MAC. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Ken, also known as MrKenDenis. I basically do beauty, lifestyle, vlogging type videos. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so I have to admit I filmed this already and I completely forgot to turn on my mic. So I'm just going to insert footage of me trying out these products and hopefully this all makes sense to you guys. So let's start off first with the concealers. So I have got the MAC Studio Fix 24 Hour Smooth Concealers. I have got the shade NC20 and I've also got NC25. So if you guys look at this clip, I'm basically applying NC20 onto my right eye and NC25 on my left under eye area. And I have to say NC20 I thought was going to be I honestly thought NC20 was going to be the perfect shade for my under eye, but as you guys can see here, blending it out, it actually looks quite ashy. I don't think it looks that bad on camera, but in person for me personally, I feel like that's a little bit too bright and borderline ash. If however you guys have the NC30 skin tone like myself and you guys happen to have NC20, you can definitely just fix that up with a little bit of banana powder or a little bit of face powder that's a little bit like the same color as your skin, and that's going to work perfectly fine. And then on the other side, NC25 just works really well. I think one layer of this concealer definitely does cover moderate dark under eyes. I guess if you guys have very dark under eyes, you still have to go through the whole color correcting thing and maybe applying more product underneath the eyes, but in terms of applying 2 layers, as you guys can see here, 2 layers doesn't really affect my under eyes. I don't have a lot of wrinkles or fine lines underneath the eyes. I do have a couple here and there, but I don't think it accentuated that problem. In terms of setting the concealer, you definitely have to set this. I don't think it sets like the MAC Studio Fix foundation itself. That thing you can get away without setting it. This one you definitely have to. I think it's just the formula itself. So obviously this is a first impression, so I can't really tell you guys what I think about it just yet. I'll have to let you guys know in a follow-up video or on my Instagram. That's where I just usually update you guys if I can't film a full-on video. Otherwise, if you guys would like me to do a full-on review comparison, definitely let me know down in the comment box down below. Oh, and by the way, the packaging is actually pretty good. It's not like a plastic. I feel like it's acrylic, or I don't know, it just feels a little bit more, I don't know, like it feels a lot sturdier compared to other packaging. I don't think it is. I don't know, I think it is acrylic, but in terms of the applicator itself, it's just your normal doe foot applicator like the lip gloss, you know, it's nothing special. In terms of the smell of the product, it smells like the foundation, just not as strong. Okay, now let's move on to the contour palette now. I was really excited when I saw this. First of all, I really like the packaging. I like the font they chose for this. It just, I don't know, it just looks cute. By the way, I'm using the shade light medium. I could have chosen the darker shades, but I think for my complexion, and you know, I've gotten a lot fairer in the last few years, and I don't think that's good for me. I mean, I could technically use the darker shades, but I just feel like if you guys can look at this photo, it looks very dark, and I wasn't really sure how it was going to work on my skin. But surprisingly, these shades are actually really good. So as you guys see in this demonstration, I am using this cream color, which is, it's got a slight banana hint to it. It's not really yellow, if that makes sense, which I do appreciate. I think a lot of us have kind of gotten over the whole banana craze, and to be completely honest, really stark yellow underneath the eyes doesn't look very good unless you've got really bronze skin, and I don't have that anymore at this point in time. So this works really well if you guys have NC30 skin. I don't know about this one and this one, I haven't tried it. I don't think these are shades I would particularly use on myself. I might use that to set my eyeshadow primer at some point. I don't know, it's a colour that I probably wouldn't really use, and that either I don't think I would. In terms of these 3 shades, I would use these. I would say this one is definitely my contour shade, and based on swatches, just initial playing with these products, I would say these are definitely quite sheer, which is what I appreciate. Some people prefer really pigmented contour powders. I personally prefer a sheer to buildable sort of like contour powder, just because you can go wrong really quickly, and especially depending on the brush you use. I use this kind of brush, which is basically sort of like a buffing type brush, and this definitely packs on products. So you don't want super pigmented products with a buffing type brush, because what happens is then you have this huge chunk of brown, which it's really hard to blend sometimes. In terms of blending, by the way, it actually blends pretty well, as you guys can see here. Pretty impressed. And I'm pretty sure these guys are blushes. Now, I'm not familiar with MAC shades, but I'm pretty sure they are. I think that shade is called Sculpt, and that's taupe. So this is taupe, Sculpt, and bone beige. I'm pretty sure these are normal blushes. I haven't really been following or keeping up to date with MAC shades, so definitely let me know if I am correct or wrong. I don't really mind. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Now, when it comes to contour palettes, is it worth it? Look, it's really hard to say because everyone uses contour palettes differently. I definitely feel like these three shades, you can definitely kind of interchange them, and they'd still work as contours. This one I feel might be a little bit too cool tone for certain people. For me, I think this is actually borderline too cool, and this one kind of just looks like a bronzer, but not bronzy. This kind of reminds me of a very dull bronzer, really, so you could still use it as contour. I don't think you could use this as an overall bronzing product though. Okay, in terms of whether these products are worth it, the concealers, I love the concealer already. I think it's really good. I mean, obviously I have to do a wear test to let you guys know how well it lasts throughout the day, but considering it's from the Studio Fix line and it says 24 hours, I would assume it lasts pretty well underneath the eyes. I don't know about the cheeks. I don't think I could use this on my cheeks for like covering blemishes or anything though. Now, in terms of the contour palette itself, I don't know, it really depends. I personally think I would be able to use 4 of the shades in this palette really, and then the light colours, the white and that light pink colour, I don't know what I would do with it, to be completely honest. I wouldn't be able to really use that underneath the eyes. That would look strange for me, and that's just too light for me to really do anything with it. If anything, I could probably use that to set my my eyeshadow primer, just to get everything ready, but otherwise you could also use this as an eyeshadow. That's the thing with contour palettes. I love the fact that you can just use this, and you can use this as eyeshadow and contouring, so that's like multi-purpose for you. But in terms of, do I think it's worth buying? I think yes. I mean, yes, you've got 2 shades that kind of go to waste, but most makeup junkies wouldn't mind as long as they get to use most of it. So yeah, there you guys go. Those are my first impressions on the product. So far, so good. Again, if you guys would like to know my final thoughts and opinions, definitely let me know. I'll do a review. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.